Alright, welcome back everyone. This is where we are with our marble spaceport. Just got a couple of pieces of track left to do and finish it up, and then we're going to mount the motor up, and it does mount on this one here. And I gotta say, based on the amount of torque I'm having to push, try and get through it, that's going to be, that motor must be a good bit torqueier than I thought than it seemed. Because that's not an easy, it's not doing a, yeah. I'm interested to see how it turns. Maybe it'll be just a really slow, high torque motor. I'm not, like I said, I don't know. Like I say, it's going to take some pushing on it, but like I say, we're wrapping up here. We're working over on this section. I think that's about all we got left to work on, just this little zone right through here. I'm not seeing any other places that need work. All right, off the top of my head, or right in front of my face anyway. But, you know, no news. Like I say, still waiting on the link kit to come in. Whenever it does, that'll go right into the top of the queue for the next kit I do. If anybody's new here, weird flux to come in on the last day of a build, but you know, this is what I do. Slowly but surely you get to watch me step by step put this thing together in real time and see all the mistakes and all the pieces I put on backwards and have to take apart and redo. But without any further ado, let's get going on to step 20 or page 28. Okay, officially the start of 28 was putting this little assembly on yesterday, so we'll buzz right into finishing that up. Got this piece, just noticed a little, goes in into the topmost holes here, so into here and here, and squeeze them in, and then take, let's see, you and you together, making yet another flip-flopper, it looks like. F18 to there. And then this guy. Okay, it's not going to be a flip-flopper, but it's going to be a pivoter. Looks like, yeah, one of the ball bearings goes into our little housing there as a counterweight. And we take the other side on. And what? Where am I at? Okay, mount all the collars onto here. Okay, so we can go, alright, do the second hole there. This one goes in like so. And we just run that through, lined up, run that straight through. Okay. Okay. It jiggles and wiggles. Put our other collar on the other side to make sure it stays in place. Okay, so evidently we're going to build a track that's going to run off into here, and that's going to feed that. There's the flip-flopper thing there. Okay. Now, take this guy, goes in. Okay, down to those tabs, and then these tabs go into those holes. So, you come there. lot of room to operate here. Okay. Okay, there she goes. Okay, oh, we got that solidified there. Now, take our little shorty piece of track here. All kinds of goodies going in. Okay, so this on this side, on this side, on this, and this. And allegedly, all this stuff lines up through there. I can't do this way, I got a plan. Okay. New plan. Don't break. And pop you on to there. Okay. Okay, it's got a little jiggle in it on that acrylic piece, but otherwise pretty good. And that officially concludes page 28. I think I see where this is going, so I'm going to sort of orient it here. Right back with 29. Okay. We take our track from last time, and okay, there's notches here on our big circle. It still doesn't go home when it's done. And this guy, gonna go in between them. And this into there, so you all together. Then you, a second, make sure that's not locked in. So, all right. So that's gonna eventually our ball bearing's gonna roll into that. Okay. Cool. Now we take our guide rails here. Make sure it's once again that almost invisible detail pinstriping or whatever around the edges. And that goes over here, and it's got a third tab down the bottom there. Whoop. Down the bottom there, so it's going to tie everything together. And that. And hopefully, exact same thing will cooperate with me on this side. Yeah. Did it without even looking, I mean. Okay. Now, it says we're supposed to center this one onto that acrylic. Good luck with that from me. Anybody that's ever watched one of my Lego builds knows mine never end up in the center. I remember I once told my cousin, you're never going to get it right, so try and make it as wrong as you can, so you don't have to feel, so you can always say that was on purpose. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a crooked rocker. Something I sort of figured out when I was a kid in high school trying to hang posters on my wall. The cars would never be flat, so I started to make them all crooked. That gold, I don't know if you call it gold leaf or whatever, does look pretty cool in person. I know my lighting here doesn't do it justice. And where do you go? Ah, you go over here. to there. Oh. And more of those oh so fun flathead screws. But I should be, actually these should feed through the, hopefully they'll feed through the acrylic. Yeah, the acrylic will hold them in place for this one maybe. I still don't understand what kind of psychopath would use flathead screws. Okay. Yep. Oop. Okay. Now this one's not even the flathead screws. There's just not enough room to use a screwdriver up here. Should have done this on the first step. The flatheads don't help or anything, but can't give them all the blame on this one. Okay, we got our little sign mounted, and that not only is it not crooked, it's off center. That's about as bad as you can make it, so that's definitely on purpose. Okay, then we got these guys to lock in those last 3 tabs on our structure. Here. Here. And this one. There. All right. So, like I say, everything solidly held in with our little tabs. And nothing fell off the top when I turned it upside down. But in what is definitely a different for me on these builds, it's time to load it up and try it. Let's get it so that get all the distractions out of the way. And it says to load them up through here. I want to see how this works. Yep. Okay. Let's start her spinning up. Okay, 3 went in the first shot. Okay, so it's going to get regulated in the tower going up. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I can't. I remember this. Where are you hung up at now? Something separated. That's not good. Mm-hmm. Okay, this one down here. Okay, forward. Okay. Okay, this is not good. That isn't either. That's okay. This one, I don't know. This one is getting way too jiggly here. That's where. Okay, let's sort of squeeze those together. It was a little loose there, but that shouldn't have. Okay. Start getting loaded up again. I may have loaded up too many of them at the same time onto the tower. I think they were getting a couple of them. They were. Okay. I am glad to see this mechanism working so smoothly. Alright. Oh, that's... Yeah. Alright, yeah. Everything appears to be moving smoothly. Okay, my issue was, if I can get, a couple more clicks here to make sure. This mechanism here had sort of spread out, so it wasn't, the gears weren't meshing good on the back side of this one. So this little squeeze together on that seemed to line everything up. Not sure how that happened, but that seems to have resolved my skipping issue. All right. Now I could sit here and do this all day, but there's an electric motor to be installed. And that was actually, the test was on page 30, but we're not worried about that. On to 31, where we're going to start doing the electric motor, and I'll be right back with that. Okay, here we are. Electric motor, like I said, it doesn't feel like much of a motor. It's very lightweight, but that can be deceiving, I guess. But let's get it together and see what we can see. So this one, there, gets this in here. Then the screws, you'll notice Phillips head screws, the proper screws. Get you. It calls for. Oh, you say it calls for 3 of them. I only got 2 holes. And then there's another place on. Gets the one on the other side. Okay. Now here we go for the ends. Let's cinch them on up. We got a little more. Okay, nice and snug. Then take our key onto there, and this is where that other one goes. Assuming this one's going to be going much easier since it's actually threaded. Okay, so that's going to stay on. All right. Take you and you. Go into this one. Okay. There it went. Quit trying and it goes. 1 second. Yep, that's right. Accidentally did it right. And you on this one. Now I take you guys. Doesn't say where to put the wire, so I'm just going to let it hang out the bottom. Over top. Into your. And our lid, T-slots. And back door. And then we take this guy from the underneath with the siege port going this way. There's our inputs. Oh, are you gonna go? Yeah, it goes right through there, so I can line that up. Once again, the proper screws, Phillips, and there's that one. Okay, I'm not gonna go crazy on those because there has got to be a PCB in there. I do not want to go into. Okay, and we plug this guy in into our slot and tab. Click you in. There you go. And over here into these. There, sort of tuck them in behind, maybe. Yeah. It'll do for the moment. Okay, and that is 31. Right back with 32. Okay. Least confusing part of this step, putting this on. Got everything in place. I think that'll be, yep. Then it says to wax this, but looking at what we're going to be doing with it, I'm not going to. Because I think that might be overkill. Okay. Oh no, okay. This drive gear is on a totally different spot than I thought it was. It is not where I thought. Okay, yeah, it was turned 90 degrees. Okay. But step one, I'm gonna stack these guys. And the black screws, do they slide right through? Yeah, they slide right through. Here and here. And we'll need the silver ones in just a moment. Okay, so that will be much easier to spin it. Okay, then we bring this over here. It actually goes on this one. That makes much more sense. And I think, yeah, an M7 does go. Okay, so this is a mount for the motor. There's no, only thing doing the twist, holding the twist is going to be the. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad as far as too much torque, and it's gonna, we're gonna have access to this if it jams to turn it off, or more likely, knock it off the thing before it strips everything out. Okay, so we'll run this through there, that through there, and then into there. A couple of spins just to get a bite. There it goes. This one. Lined up on its own. Alright. I'll snug those down. That's our situation here. Like I say, that's not near as bad on the. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be something that this motor can handle, I feel like. Although I am going to have to figure out a way to unload this thing because I've got to turn it upside down. Okay, grab them as they come out. Okay, that all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's more of them in there. 9. There you are. Okay. Now, back over here, we're actually, don't do that, taking this one off, this corner foot piece off, and then, okay, find something to sort of sit under here to hold it up where I don't break something else. No, that's not good. A post-it note holder should do good. Yeah, that works. And we're supposed to, there's evidently two, there's 2 guide holes. Now there we go. Here and there. Nothing important, are you? Okay. And we're just supposed to put just thread these in a little bit because these are our guides. I think that's what we're supposed to be using these for. Just a little bit in. Yeah. It's a conspiracy. Where'd I put that? I had a screwdriver around here that would have been ideal for this. There you are. A little bit smaller head. It's got that little doodad on the back so you can palm it. I thought it would have been better. Okay. Screw's too short to handle. Let's try this. Who saw that coming? This would be funny if it weren't so sad. Okay. There she goes. Okay. Got those in there. Now, I'm supposed to take these slots, go over the screws if you didn't screw them in too far like I did. Just a smudge. Okay, you're good. That one is good already. And that locks in our motor in a little bit. Get you to line up. Okay. Another rotation then. Oh yeah, I've got a handle here. I could have rotated that a lot easier. Okay, now that's locked in. And that's all of 32, but I'm going to keep going. Now this is a part that's confused me. We got these guys. Okay, We got the oblong slot circle here. That's so we can disengage the motor if we want to go back to hand crank mode. And that goes, so we do, you stay there and we put these two together with K6 onto there. Okay. Yep. Oh, something just moved over here. What did I move? Okay, I just popped that up. Okay. Now, this goes in up and down in parallel with these. Through there. Okay, so that's into that slot so we can adjust it in and out. Disengaged and engaged. All right. So we're not using those anymore. And then this guy drops into that hole to lock that all in place in this minuscule little space. So let's see here. You go in right. We did this once before on this build. Alright, so that's, I can't get it. Let's do some, see if I can, yeah, there you go. That's one piece of wood going across. Alright. I think it went all the way down. Hang on. Proper use for a flathead screwdriver. Or not. Okay. That's not going anywhere anyway. That popped into there. And now, let's see. I've got my C cable. I brought one in here just for this. Where'd it go? It walked away. Oh, is that it? Yep, okay. Let's see. No marbles in it this time, but let me, what are you? 5 volt, 1 amp. Okay, this is the min. So let's go with 5 volt, 2 amp. Just to make sure we got plenty of juice. I'm not sure about this cable. I forget, I don't know where it came from, but I've tried it before and sometimes it doesn't fit just right. Okay. Okay, that's making. Okay, it wants to go. Work it in a little bit, see if that helps. Not inspiring a lot of confidence here. Okay, let's, when in doubt, add more lube. The old Impressa wood lubricant. Essentially Vaseline. Let's load up some. Shouldn't, at this point that shouldn't matter. That's what it could be. That's it. It wants to go. And there's actually only two. Let me, like I say, I don't have a lot of confidence in this cable. Let me, and I know it sounds silly, but let me swap out this cable and see if I can get see if that's it. It's hard to believe that might be it, but like I said, I've had some issues with this charging before, so let me go grab that and I'll be right back, and hopefully it'll be as easy as that. Okay, new cable, and I plugged it straight into an outlet rather than the battery pack just to see. Looks like we got a culprit. So I need to throw away that cable is what it looks like. Okay. Oops. What did I do? Did I jiggle it? Oh, did I disengage it? No. I guess I did jiggle it a little bit. Let me spin this other way. Okay. Plug you in. Alright. She's sort of centered. And let's get this started. Okay. Yeah. Yep. It's still not perfect. Okay, let me try. That was 5 volt 1 amp. Let me switch it back to the battery bank and see if 2 amps helps out any. Oops. I just noticed that didn't. Yep, that's not good. Yes. Okay. Let's say it wants to go, but you can tell it's right there at its very limits of what it can do. See if I can get. Okay. I can. The only place I can think is maybe I can get some in. I don't think I can't even get in there. That's the only other place I got friction is in the up and down of the tower. And I say it, to me, it's not pushing that hard. Or was it? I didn't. It's unlikely. I just seen another meshing that I missed. All the spells just keep adding lube, I guess. That seems to be what I'm trying. Yeah. Yeah, I think they went to the absolute least motor they could go with, which, you know, I don't blame them. They're looking to make a profit. And that, to my, I've had one come out of that. I've had another one come out. Yeah, I've had a few of them drop. I think it's the that thing is still not really. If it doesn't go all the way back, it doesn't have the momentum to slam it down, and it's still crooked in there, which still bugs me. And I don't let's say I don't see a rub there, but if there is, it'd be right there. So let me I'll spread out a thin coat here. Okay, over here too. Okay, and here. Just real thin. Yeah, so I think if I put more counterweight, oops, oh, that thing's still plugged in, isn't it? Yes, it had. I was excited about that motor, but I think it might be a little bit. If I put more counterweight down here to make this slide back in where it needs to be, then it won't launch it out that end. So and it's in there so loose. It's got so much wiggle room there. Let me get that together. Does that do any better? No, that made it worse. Yeah, it did straighten it up a little bit, but now it's gotten too much pressure on it going together. It's like that's I knew that was going to be an issue. When I was putting it together, that's going to be where the problem is, and that and as far as problems go, it's a minor one. But let me pull. Okay, I just can't. I don't even see it rubbing anywhere. That's the okay. Oh, it could be. It doesn't look like it's rubbing. It could be in this top section. Well, it just didn't want to go all the way back. Is the problem? It can't. It's a quandary. It still functions, not with the motor in it. But let's see here. But let's say, and fortunately we do have the option to disengage motor. Go straight back to. And so, and it didn't even. That could have been where I was fiddling around with it earlier. Okay. Yeah, I've messed it up with all that lube I put in now. I think that's causing more problems than I solved. Or when I let's force you through this side. I won't make y'all watch too much more troubleshooting here. Get another one loaded up here. Yeah. Okay. And say this one. Okay, so here it should be. It doesn't feel. It feels like it should slide, but it's not. But it's not. And two of them hit, and it does enough to go, but then it's misaligned for this one. Because it hadn't reset, and then that reset's wrong. Well, maybe it is supposed to be two of them that does it. Maybe it takes. But like I say, now I've messed around with it so much it's not even pretending to go back. Okay, so here. Let's see. Okay, so here. It feels like it should. It feels like it should slide, but it's not. But it's not. And two of them hit, and it does enough to go, but then it's misaligned for this one. Because it hadn't reset, and then that reset's wrong. Maybe it is supposed to be two of them that does it. Okay. I'm gonna have to dig into that one when you're not sitting here waiting on me to finish up. But now that that one's completed, I did dig out the old Marble Night City from, this is the one it links up to somehow, some way, somewhere. Let's see, and this one has got a lot of stuff going on with it, and the only issue I've had with this one is this little mechanism right here. It doesn't always clear out when the marbles come through. So get one over there. Look. Now, see now it's sort of jammed up, but it will. This one at least will clear itself. This time they'll all go. Now they're stuck again. I've got 4 stuck in this zone right here, so and that should be now 5, 6. I'm running out of marbles to send that way. It's not been this bad before. 7 of them. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and that, that's another one of those things. It's just I'm not getting enough motion out of these guys. They're not. They seem to be free enough, but I think once you get the weight comes on top of them with the other marble, it sort of locks them up a bit. But we shall cross that bridge when we get to it. Let me run those through one more time and see if it feels like working for me. Yeah, see that it just jams them right up. Shouldn't have to do that to make it work, but that's what it is. But okay, enough of that stroll down memory lane. Starting up tomorrow, going back to the old Dream Bottle series. I have got can't hardly see it on here. Focus on it. Basically, a mini version of the wand shop I've already done, so I'll be able to. It's a teeny tiny one. It goes sort of the same one I did a few weeks ago with the glass bottle around the display. I sort of browsed. It was a little frustrating, but it was also fun. Got plenty to choose from. I'll say this. I bought these both of them at the same time, so it's sort of I got to do this one anyway. But they got larger scale, small scale scenes, I guess you'd say. And is that the one I done? No, that's not the one I did. Which one? Where's the one I did? I did the Magic Gate. I did this one, but that one looks interesting too. They all look interesting to some degree or another. But that's going to be starting up tomorrow. We'll knock that out in a Dream Bottle series. I think, like I said, it was frustrating but fun, but frustrating but fun. But anyways, that's all I've got for you today. I wish this was working better. I say it's all down to this mechanism. I'm trying to see how much trouble it is to get that thing out to reassemble it. It's just here and here that's locked in. I may take that out and try and see what else I can see about it. Let's see, in that one it missed everything, so I bet it really messes up when the third one comes in. Yeah, nothing happens there. And it's not resetting at all. Alright. Disappointing that I say, and of course it seems like I messed it up trying to fix it, but I still like it. I'm still looking forward to doing that link kit, so that'll be fun. I'll take another look at this thing at some point and try and get it more smooth. Maybe I'll do some sanding on it or see if I can find a better guide system. Well, I'll think of something, and we will definitely revisit when I do the link kit. So got that to look forward to. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.